So happy Monday morning, everybody. You know, this week is Armenian Christmas, so we're not done with Christmas yet. It's coming up on the 6th, on Thursday, so we're very excited about that. As you know, and we talk about every year, Armenian Christmas is not so much about the birth of Jesus as the fact that God reveals himself to us in Jesus through that birth. That's why we say Christos Tanav Yev Haitnetzov. He was revealed. So on Armenian Christmas, we talk about the shepherds, the magi, the baptism, things like that, where God reveals his son, where he says things like, "This is my beloved son in whom I am well pleased." So as I was thinking about that, I remembered another passage about Revelation, though. I remember a passage from Galatians, and it talks also about God revealing his love to us. Galatians 1:15 and 16, Paul says this, "But when God, who set me apart from my mother's womb and called me by his grace, was pleased to reveal his Son in me, so that I might preach him among the Gentiles, my immediate response was not to consult any human beings." It's a short verse, but you know, Paul in Galatia was struggling to get them to, to accept his authority as an apostle. And so he goes to this idea of revelation. In verses 11 and 12 of the same chapter, he says this, "I want you to know, brothers, that the gospel I preach is not something that man made up. I didn't receive it from any man, nor was I taught it. Rather, I received it by revelation from Jesus Christ." And then he goes on to give evidence for his claim. You say, well, you received a revelation. What's your evidence? Well, the evidence, he says, is my changed life. He says, I was a zealous Jew. I was a persecutor of Christians. Only a supernatural force could have changed me, could have created this new me that you see before you. God had set me apart from before I was born, and then by grace he called me on the Damascus road into service, and he has claimed me as his own. Finally, he says in verses 15 and 16, God was pleased to reveal his Son in me. So he revealed his Son to him in a revelation, and then he reveals his Son through him in his life. The gospel is preached. The gospel is spread through the world by the revealing of Christ in Paul's changed life. So it raises the question, how is Christ revealed in us? Because everything that Paul says about himself is true of us as well. God has known us and has set us apart from before we were born. He has called us by his grace, and we receive him by faith. And now that he has revealed himself to us, he is pleased to reveal his Son, Jesus Christ, in us. To reveal Christ in us in new ways every day. And in fact, to reveal Christ through us in new ways every day. But the revelation of Christ did not end with the nativity. He reveals himself through the incarnation in many ways. The changed lives of people at that time. What does it say? He revealed himself to the shepherds, and then they were changed. They went out and told the world. He revealed himself to the magi. They went home, and I'm sure they told the world. And we reveal Christ to the world by bearing witness to the change that he has brought in our own lives. See, here's the thing. It adds up. Without change, there is no witness. Without witness, there is no revealing of Christ. So, you know, one of the things that we're very familiar with is before and after shots. You know, even in advertising, they know that the best way to show that something has worked, that something is effective, is to say, here's a picture of what this person was before and what they are after. So it's important. It matters, because those two shots are the evidence that the product they're trying to sell works, right? Paul's changed life was the evidence that the gospel works. It is the evidence that Jesus is alive and real. If Paul doesn't have a changed life, then there is no evidence. You know, would you buy a product if they said it's going to do something and you see the before and after pictures and they're the same? It doesn't make any sense. If the before and after picture of us in faith is the same, we have no evidence that God is alive in us, that Jesus is living through us. If there's no change, then there's no evidence. And if there's no evidence, there's no revelation. So on this first Monday of the new year, I would ask, what is new about your life? What will be the before and after shots for you from 2021 to 2022? What will they look like? Will they show Christ at work in you? Will people be able to say that they can see the difference in you this year? Will the before and after shots bear evidence of his presence? Today, as you go to prayer, I'd like to ask yourself, how will Christ be revealed in me and through my life in 2022? And then, don't make resolutions. Don't make determinations. Don't grit your teeth and say, here are the things I'm going to do, and here are the ways I'm going to change, and here's all the stuff I'm going to do. Just go sit at the foot of the cross of Jesus and surrender. Give your life to him and just open yourself up to his word and let his light shine in your life. That's literally what it means. When we say Christos Zanav Yevhait Netzav, we are simply saying, understand what it means that Christ was born, that he came into this world, and you will be an agent of revealing the joy of the incarnation. God bless you. Have a great day and celebrate Armenian Christmas on the 6th, and we'll see you next week.